Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
Crying emojis in the chat, pimps. Crying emojis in the chat. Oh my lord, what is going on, everybody? It's your boy Doody, back again with another video. And yes, that's right, your boy Doody is here to take a victory lap. All hail the king. All hail the king of Detractors, Doody Stream, that's right. Well, if you guys haven't heard, Phil finally admitted to playing WWE Champions and being down from the rafters. That's right. 7 years of just complete lies. 7 years of slandering people. That's right. Slandering individuals. Detractors, commentary folks, documentarians, you name it. Anyone that mentioned WWE Champions and Phil in the same sentence was derided, was talked down to, was ridiculed, was called a mouth shooter, was called mentally unstable from our boy Phil here. That's right. And do you think he'll come out and apologize? No, he won't, because he's a scumbag. That's what he is. That's what you are, Phil. You're a lying scumbag. But that's okay. Because again, this just goes to show who Phil is at his core. Under the facade of being a nice guy, under the, veneer that he's an honest guy, deep down, folks, he's just a scumbag. An utter scumbag. A liar. That's right. And am I really that surprised that he admitted this? No, I'm not surprised at all. Am I shocked that he did? No, I'm not shocked. I think he was stupid for doing so. And as we're going to see in this clip, he lied about the lie. Instead of just coming out and just being forthright and honest about it, he lied about the lie, which just makes it worse. It just does. You might as well have just not said anything. You should have taken the legal advice. Yes, that's right. The legal advice. Was that a lie too, Phil? Was your legal counsel a lie about not addressing the WWE Champions thing? I like to see if that's the case, folks. I really, really do. And it's just, I'm surprised that he took this course. I'm surprised that he actually admitted to it. But I guess, he thought, what did he have to lose? Everybody loves him now. Everyone supports him. No one cares. Right? That's what Phil said. But I'm sorry, people do care. People that don't like being lied to, people who don't like being manipulated, people who don't like being called names aren't appreciating this. They're not saying, "Oh, well, he finally came out. Let's all support him." No. All this does is just reinforces the fact that you're a scumbag. And yet, again, you lie about the lie. Good Lord. All right, let's see what Phil had to say here. We're going to watch a little bit of this. The clip is like 14, 15 minutes long. I sped it up. But yeah, so let's listen to Phil.
So here's the deal. I'll just do a full screen. Fuck this, okay? All right. So here's the thing. I'm about to tell you the actual truth. However, there's still people who aren't going to believe it. There's still people who will never be satisfied no matter what I tell you. All right? They're going to say I lied. They're going to say this is bullshit, right? And so this is only for those who actually are capable of like rational thought and considering the truth and things like that, okay? All right. You already know I have a history of spending money on mobile games. I've already admitted it, okay? Everything that I said in that segment on stream was a lie. Literally every time someone asked me about WWE Champions, I lied. Every single fucking time. Because to me, my personal spending, things I was doing off stream,
All right, so of course we got to stop it real close here because yes, that's right. He admitted to saying everything. This is what he said, folks. Every time he talked about WWE champions, he lied. He lied. So when you brought up the Discord, he lied. When you brought up the lineup, he lied. When he was on the Side Scrollers podcast last year for a 5-hour interview, anytime they brought up the WWE champions and anything related to it, he lied, including, of course, the bank leaks. It's really interesting because in this clip, he did a little bit more than just admit to being down from the rafters. He actually admitted that the bank leaks were true. He did. He inadvertently did. And I that's a whole separate video because I do want to talk about the Side Scrollers podcast and how he just flat out lied. And for a whole fucking year, more than a year and 4 months, he slandered Craig. He slandered the Side Scrollers podcast. But yet, last night he admitted that it was all a lie. Everything he did was he lied. And he actually said it in this review that when he was on the Side Scroller podcast, he did lie to them. So it's curious to know if he's willing to, today, when he interviews with Craig, if he's going to apologize. And by the way, I did reach out to Craig and touch base with him yesterday and made him aware of the updates of WWE Champions. So he's very aware of what's going on. So let's see how he addresses it when he talks to Phil.
It was no one's business, okay? And every time someone brought it up, I'm like, this is so stupid. This is dumb. You know what I'm saying? And I just lied to get it out of the way. And I tried so hard for so long to lie about it, to get people to just forget about it. But I forgot, well, not really forgot, but I definitely underestimated the anal nature of these people who stalk me, all right? A couple things they outright got me on, like, for example, the Discord thing. I had no idea about any of that. I was incredibly ignorant, okay, of all of it. I didn't know any of that shit. So I had no clue that they could, like, track a Discord versus, like, numbers on your name and shit like that. So, you know, for me, here's the thing. Do you really, if you're a person who's coming to my stream and you just want to watch the content and have fun, do you want to hear about this shit? My fans did not care about me playing WWE Champions. My fans did not care about any of that shit, all right?
That's a lie. Phil, that is an utter bold-faced lie. Now, I'm not going to say everyone cared about it. No, I wouldn't say that. I think most people didn't care, or they assumed that detractors were lying because, of course, your cult-like personality, you convinced them that WWE Champions was just a detractor meme. That's what you did. You spent 7 years doing that, Phil. But to say that your fans and viewers didn't care, no, they did. How many in the past couple years have reached out to me and said, hey, can you show me proof that Phil is really playing WWE Champions? That's his account. Jordan, for example, BB Phil, that's just a couple of them, right? How many of your fans who actually supported you financially no longer support you because of the WWE Champions issue? So what you're saying there is a flat out lie. It is. And I love how he tries to fucking skirt this. Oh, yeah, I lied because of my detractors. What do you mention the detractors for? You lied. As soon as those words come out of your mouth, I lied about everything, you should just shut up. You should just shut up right there. When you talked about this last night, you should have just said, yeah, I lied about it. It's true. I'm sorry. I apologize. I shouldn't have lied. And forgive me, and I need to do better. And if that's not good enough for folks, I'm really sorry. I understand if you never want to support me and see me again. That's your right. And again, I just want to apologize. That's what you should have said, Phil. That's it. You shouldn't have gone on a 17-minute rant about detractors and, oh, well, the reason why I lied was because I underestimated the detractors and how tech-savvy they were, or whatever bullshit you're talking about. You're the idiot. You shouldn't have lied. Again, Phil, okay. The issue that I have with you, Phil, is not that you're spending money on a mobile game. The issue that I'm having is that you're lying about it. You're lying about it. How many years did you spend talking to your viewers saying, hey, I'm in financial strait. I have no money. If I don't make tips today, I can't go grocery shopping. While at the same time dropping hundreds and thousands of dollars on a mobile game. That's the problem, Phil. That's the problem with most detractors have with you. Most people don't care that you make money. I don't give a shit that you make money, that you make a living. Have at it. If people want to throw cash your way, I give them my blessing. Have fun. You want to waste money on this 42-year-old boomer who has a gambling addiction and an alcoholism addiction? If you want to do that with your money, have at it. I can care less. My problem, Phil, is when you want to lie about this bullshit. When you want to, when you want to manipulate people that may not just be all there. That may not just be there, and when they hear you begging and crying about money, they think, oh man, there's this guy who streams a lot and he's really trying. He may not be good at games and he may have an off-putting personality, but he's trying, so let me drop a few bucks for him. And yet they don't know that those couple dollars that they're giving you are funding the fucking addiction. So it's bullshit, Phil. It's bullshit that you sit here and you try to blame detractors. You lied. You came on stream yesterday and admitted that you lied. End of story. I don't care what excuse you have. The funny thing is he just said in that little small clip, I lied about everything. Okay, you lied about everything, but you didn't lie about what you're going to say now, which is I sold down from the rabbit. Spoiler alert, that's what Phil's going to claim. He's going to claim he no longer owns that account. He sold it years ago, which is bullshit. Because first of all, he lied. He lied about this. He lied last year during the side scrollers because he said he lied. He even mentioned the side scrollers. So at that time, he still had WWE champions and he was still playing it. He was. And then the bank leaks came out. He had the account before the bank leaks popped out. So even the bank leaks itself, you can clearly see in the bank leaks that he spent $44,000 in 18 months on this mobile game. So for him to sit here and try to claim that he only spent a little bit of money, maybe $1,000, it's bullshit. And he sits there and he tries to trash detractors that know the game, know the mechanics of the game. Big shout out to TJ Gamebox, as they don't know what they're talking about. Okay, Phil, but we're supposed to believe you, the liar, the chronic liar, who actually just admitted right here that you lied about everything.
When I was doing a fundraiser for a week to pay taxes, yeah, that's literally what it was. Yeah, there was some misspeaking and things over time about exactly directly where the money was going, but it was because I was kind of desperate for that week, But the WWE Champions thing, 100%, again, I just always lied about it because I thought it wasn't important. It was just something that my detractors were trying to do. Because again, they tried to get me time and time again over the years, so many times for stupid shit. That wasn't true. They had finally found one stupid little thing that they got me on, right? So I'm going to tell you the truth now. But again, many of you are not going to believe it. I can't make you believe it. And I'm gonna open up for the first time about this topic ever right now here tonight. And some of you, if this is it for you and you can't take it and you want to leave and you're not going to come back, I can't stop you. All right? I can't. But for those who've been here through this journey with me, by 16 years as a content creator, this crazy month I just had of resurgence, I would hope that the things that people have been saying to me are true. That you don't care about my past and the shit that I was doing, that was stupid and bad. Because I admit it was stupid and bad, okay? All right, so, are you ready? Admission number 1. Yes, the They Call Me DSP account in WWE Champions is my account, okay? That's admission number 1. It is. It always was, okay? Now, it was very stupid of me to name it They Call Me DSP. You might say, why was he so dumb to name that account that? Because when I opened it in 2017 when the game launched, I didn't think anyone was going to ever give a fuck about my mobile game spending. I had already played games such as Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle, Supercard, WWE Supercard, and others as well. And, for me, it was like, who cares? Who would ever give a shit? I'd already publicly posted and talked about playing those games, spending money on them and shit, right? So I never in my wildest dreams thought that it would ever blow up in the way that it did, okay? Fair enough. So, what ended up happening was, the game came out, 2017? And I barely played it that hardcore. The first year or so, I would say. It wasn't until the second year where the game actually got redesigned to be more serious of a game. And so then it kind of warranted more time, more spending, etc. Well, I played it for what? It came out in 2017. So I'd say I played it for 2.5 years. And I think about year 1 or 2, a year in, 2 years in, it got, to the point where everyone wanted to form guilds and factions because big events were being based in the game around that. So that's when I joined my first faction. And I was playing along with the faction at the time. I was low. I wasn't, I didn't have a good account or anything. They were teaching me along the way on how to play the game and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? And basically, I don't remember. The time frame is going to be completely wrong in my head. I can't tell you times of anything because I don't know because I never tracked it. Eventually, after being with this group for a while. I became one of the leaders of the faction. Okay? So, and then I was with them probably a year more. Okay?
All right, he's simply just rehashing what the document, the June's doc said, and I don't care if you want to go listen to that the doc. Go ahead, you guys know where it's at. You probably saw it. This is what Phil does. Phil will try to explain something and spend copious amounts of fucking time on the details, right? And then try to alter the details a little bit. So by the time he's back to addressing the initial point, you completely forgot what the hell he was talking about. The point here is that he's trying to address why he lied. Yeah, I lied about everything, but here's my justification and my reason for it, right? That's what you need to stick to, Phil. You don't need to go on this whole... Everyone saw the documentary. Everyone who's watching this video saw what happened, knows what June said, and they already formulated their opinion around what it is. But no, you want to sit here and just go on, and he does this with everything. He does this with everything because he makes it seem like, listen to me, bro. I know all the details. I have every detail down pat. But why are you fucking regurgitating the same details that everyone fucking already knows, Phil? But he does this, of course. He won't address the fucking point. And he goes on for like God knows how long. That's probably why this video is so damn long. Let me move a little bit forward because there is another clip here that that I do want to focus on. So let's just move forward here.
So I did actually, at one point, I reached out to the people who ran the game, and I said, is there a way we could change my name so that no one would know that I'm this person? And then they stop harassing everyone around me? Because listen, I want to keep playing your game. I've invested time and money into it, but I can't. Everywhere I go, these people are harassing and doxing everywhere I'm involved in. So the company, you know, who owns the game, who makes the game, said, yeah, we can see if we can change your name or whatever. Okay? So I can't remember the exact specifics of how it all went down. All right? But to make a long story short, they are so dumb. All right? I explained to them, you know, the timing of everything. Like, here's how you do it. What I will do is I will quit a faction that I'm in. All right? You change my name when I'm out of a faction. Now there's no way to track me because no one knows where I am. Then I could join a new faction. Okay? Great. They idiotically changed my name before the time we had agreed to. So everyone saw the name change. I was still in the faction. People were still tracking the account and they saw the name change. They fucked it up. All right? So at this point now, it's like, there's no way at all that I'm going to be able to play this game because everywhere I go and everything I do, these people are going to be tracking it or whatever. So after a series of months kind of laying low, I think like a month or two, I didn't even have a faction. And then I tried to join a couple other factions and they kept following me around these factions to harass and troll and shit like that. Eventually, I just gave up. And I said, I'm never going to be able to play this game ever again. But I've got a lot of shit invested in this game, okay? Now, I'm going to leave it at that for now. We're going to go back there, all right? Some of the things that my detractors have said over the years are outright lies. For example, that whole story about the Line app, okay? That's false. Once I did register for Line app, okay? It had nothing to do with WWE Champions at all, all right? It actually had to do with, and why would I lie, right? Right now, I'm literally already telling you this. So why would I lie about this part, okay?
Because, Phil, you lied about everything. You just admitted that you lied about everything when it comes to WWE Champions. So why would we believe your excuse? You have no credibility, Phil. You have zero credibility when it comes to WWE Champions. And again, an apology isn't, oh, sorry, but this is why I did it. An apology is, yeah, I lied, I screwed up, I should have done better. Please forgive me. If you can't forgive me, I completely understand. No, he's spending fucking all this time rehashing all this shit. And he even talks about TJ Gamebox in here, which he called the liar, right? Initially, remember, let's see how he trashes TJ Gamebox, right? Where he has no clue what he's talking about or what he's doing. And he actually admits that, yeah, I was in TJ Gamebox's guild. Oh, I thought you didn't know who this person was, Phil. Yet another fucking lie. Just all of these lies of convenience. But yet he wants you to believe, right now, he wants you to believe that he didn't spend the amount of money that people claim he spent, one. And the other thing is that he sold his account. That's what he wants you to believe. And I'm sorry, Phil, it just doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense that you sold this account all of a sudden. Why didn't you say that years ago? Why didn't you mention that years ago? It sounded like, someone probably gave you a little excuse and said, why don't you say this? Or you heard someone admit to that or whatever. Which, by the way, folks, and I'm going to say this now, I'm not saying anything, but selling your WWE Champions account is against Scopely's terms of service. It's out there. If you go to Twitter, it's blazed out there. I'm not telling you to report him or anything. I'm not. I just want to make a point that Phil knows this, or maybe he doesn't know this. But selling your account, Phil, is against terms of service. You can't do that. Scopely doesn't allow it. And punishment for that is your channel being taken out, your account being closed. Your account and the person who actually bought your account being closed. So what you're doing here is you're throwing this mystery person who bought your account, right? This mystery person that bought your account, you're throwing him under the bus, saying, well, he's spending all the money, it wasn't me. And why? It just makes no fucking sense, Phil. It doesn't. And the other thing too is that why wouldn't he change his name? If you change your name from Down from the Raptors because people were following you and trolling you, why wouldn't he do the same exact thing? He saw that you were being trolled. I'm pretty sure he knew who you were, and it would make sense, especially after getting trolled. He would go to WWE or Scopely and say, hey, I need my name changed. If you were able to do it, so with Scopely. But again, here we are, Phil, lying, and he wants you to believe. He's going with the trust me, bro. Trust me, bro. I lied about everything else, but I'm not lying about this. I'm sorry, Phil. You have zero credibility whatsoever. No one believes you. No one believes you. And even the people that are saying they still support you, they're not saying they believe you. They're just saying, I don't care, or I really don't care enough. Fine, that's fine if that's the attitude they have. But no one is saying, yeah, Phil, I believe you. That makes sense. No one is saying that, Phil, whatsoever, at all. So let's see where he talks about selling the account.
Or ownership of that account anymore.
Here it is.
All right? I sold it. At the times when I was like desperate for money and shit was going down, I sold the account. All right? And you might say, well, how is that possible? Right? Well, you may not think it's possible because technically you shouldn't be able to sell an account, but I actually just alluded to this on a stream the other day. And I was wondering if anyone was going to pick up on it. But no one seems to have picked up on it. Okay? So the reason I knew you could sell an account was because when I was really, on the original account, before I'd even changed my name, all right, there was another group in the game, and they were called, like, the Haven, all right? And they were one of the top factions in the game. And one of the leaders of the Haven was retiring from the game after, like, 2-3 years of playing it. And they announced this publicly, we're retiring or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So, basically, he retires. He publicly announces he's retiring, yet his account is still active. It's still being used in events. People are fighting against this account in events. Like, wait a minute, the guy retired. He made a big public thing about it. So how the hell is his account still working? So people knew that basically you could basically sell your account. Of course, there's no outright way to do it. So basically, what I did, I reached out and I found that there was a market for this. There's third-party resellers. And what you do is you can give them certain criteria and information about the game, login accounts and things that would give them ownership of the account. And you could give that to them for money. And I sold it. All right? That was a few years ago. So I have not had any control over this account for years. That was the single worst thing I could have done. Because what I should have done, I should have just closed the account. Because if I just closed the account, even though people would have accused me of this for years and years, endlessly moving forward, all right, it would have kind of went away, right? But instead, I was like, man, I put so much time and money into this, right? I don't want to, I want to get something out of it, and I sold it like an idiot. And I hate that I did it now, because now I literally have no control over it at all. I can't show you, and like, for example, people will show the account. I literally can't, and I haven't been able to for years, because it's not my account anymore. I don't have ownership of it.
God. Yeah. Okay, Phil. Yeah. No. I'm not buying this at all. I'm not even saying it's plausible. I'm sorry, Phil. I'm not buying it. It makes no sense, Phil, at all. It literally makes no sense. And again, what you did is against terms of service for Scopely. Scopely actually, if you go to their terms of service, it says it right out there. You can't do that. We don't allow that. So not only did you lie, the lie that you're saying is actually technically endangering your account and the Down from the Rafters dude, whoever you sold this to, their account, which of course don't tell anybody, but that's actually Phil's account. So yeah, there you have it. Phil, no, Phil, that makes 0 sense. I'm not buying it. You still have the account. You're still playing with it. If you want to prove that you actually sold it, which you said PayPal, so I'm assuming the guy paid you through PayPal. It was a PayPal transaction. Show the receipt. You should be able to show that someone purchased it on such date, and it would be whatever the amount is. You can at least do that. But of course, Phil won't do that. Oh, no, I can't do that. Got to protect my family. Got to protect my horse and my cat. Yeah, okay, Phil, you keep up with that. Anyway, this video has gone on way too long. If you want to watch the raw clip, I have it posted on my channel. Let's just give a round of applause to all the detractors. That's right. They were right. The detractors. Hold on. This song is so fucking fitting. That's right, folks.
To me, it's sad.
Let's go. Let's do this.
Once again, all the detractors, they said this was gonna happen.
All the detractors.
They were right.
All the shit fell. The detractors. They were right. The shit fell. Your detractors. They were right. I was right.
Holy shit, Phil. Do you hear yourself right now?
They were right.
Like, we totally fucked him.
No, fuck all that noise. Get you a bottle of gin.
That's right. Listen to Wings of Redemption.
Drinky gin. Drinky gin. Consequences have actions, pimp.
That's right.
Here's what you gotta do. Drinky gin.
Drink a Pepsi.
Later on.
Pep.
Play your fucking WWE champions.
Consequences of actions, Pit. That's right, folks. All right, let's take a this is gonna be good. This is gonna be the next thing for the next couple weeks because, of course, Phil lied. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Peace out.